Isabel, welcome to Kiwi Chiropractic.
Thanks for inviting me. It's so exciting.
Of course. Hey, so can you tell me a bit more about who you are and what you do?
My name's Isabel. I'm 39, even though I might not look like it, I hope.
No.
I told people that I'm turning 40 this year and everyone is surprised. I'm a flight attendant. That's my full-time job. And part-time, I'm a nutrition coach.
Nice.
I focus mostly on working with athletes, but I also work with people who just want to be healthier or want to lose weight, gain weight also.
Nice.
Different kind of people.
Perfect.
Yeah. And I'm a CrossFit athlete myself. I always want to mention that.
That we can see. Look at the muscles.
Yeah.
Hey, just looking at how did you come here to Kiwi Chiropractic? How did you learn about us?
I met you and Andrew at a Lululemon event actually. I think it was the store's birthday. I don't know, fifth birthday I think, and you were there for the event. I had always heard about chiropractics, but I never had really tried. Like being a CrossFit athlete, I mean, you think about recovery techniques like all the time. So I did physio, and I got a massage every now and then.
Nice.
But I always wanted to try, and then we did at the Lululemon. So we did some tests, and it was very surprising what we found out. And like,
do you remember what was the most wow test for you that you were like, how?
I had to march on the spot for like 30 seconds. And I thought I was sticking to the place where I was. And when I opened, it was with eyes closed.
Yes.
And when I opened my eyes, I was like, I walked half of the store, like almost walked into the shelves with the clothes.
Yes.
So it was very surprising.
Nice.
And we also did that test with the standing on two different scales, seeing the balance, and I thought I was super balanced. I wasn't balanced at all. I think it was, I don't know, like 1 kilo or more.
Quite a few kilos difference,
or even
I think.
more.
And mostly for you with the squats.
Yeah.
You,
it was interesting.
It is,
Very
perfect.
interesting. Yeah.
So that's actually how you got with us and started the journey here with Kiwi Chiropractic.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Hey, and have you heard us talking about stresses before?
A lot, yeah. I think this was the first thing that we talked about in the first session that we did officially here. Like we talked about different stresses. It wasn't like I hadn't heard of it. I think it wasn't really something new, but it gives you some attention again to what can actually cause stress. And
so just for the people who have not heard about it yet, we have 3 stressors that can cause vertebral subluxations. Look back at my coffee with Mayke if you're not sure about a vertebral subluxation. We still have our coffee here.
Coffee. Yeah.
So we have emotional stress, physical stress and chemical stress. And one of the reasons why I invited Isabel here today is because she knows about nutrition, and we see in practice that is one of the things that is causing a big chemical stress. So how do you see that part, the stress of food, and can you tell me a bit more about it?
I think people underestimate how much influence nutrition has on feeling stressed.
Yeah.
I think most people don't prioritize nutrition. They just like go with the flow and just wonder why they feel tired, or especially working with athletes, why they don't have any energy in their training, why they feel hungry, why they have cravings.
Because it's kind of a hard world to go through. Like
also why their sleep is off. Like they wouldn't expect that to be a something that's connected. I mean, if you don't eat enough during the day, like you will be kind of hungry during the night, and it will wake you up. Like it can raise your cortisol even, like because it's a stress factor. Like you said, it's something that stresses the body. It's like I need energy. I don't have anything I can work with, so I'm waking you up so you go to the fridge and you
eat.
Or people eating too close to bedtime and the stomach is too full and you can't fall asleep, or
because you're still digesting your food to really get to that rest.
Then not sleeping enough, which changes your hormone levels, and you feel hungry all day and you don't know why. Or you are not hungry at all and you wonder why. Like it's so different. It's complicated, but it's simple also. Like
just looking at, there's so much advice around food.
So much advice,
How do you know what to do? Like if you would give people tips at home.
I mean, it's somehow, as I said, it's complicated. I think it's complicated because there's so much information out there, and to filter what's actually important for you is so hard. I think that's also one reason why people struggle so much.
Yeah.
Like, if you would get a list with like the 3 most important things that you should do, it would be easier. But then you hear like, you should eat superfoods, you shouldn't eat carbs, you shouldn't eat after 6, you shouldn't eat fat, you should eat more fat, and like
it's very complicated.
Everyone's like, so what am I gonna do?
Yes.
But it's like, if I had to give you like a few things, it's very simple. Like, eat more fruits and vegetables, stick more to unprocessed foods instead of going for processed foods. Eat more protein. Like, this is something that I always see. Like, most people struggle with it.
Yeah. How much would you say you have to eat of protein?
It depends. Like, someone who's very, very active, like I am, they could eat up to 2 grams per kilogram of body weight.
Okay.
But I'd say at least like 1.5 or 1.6.
And would you say that daily or looking
Yes.
over a week? Okay,
Daily, yes.
Do you see in practice the people you actually guide, are they eating that?
No. I mean, when they get coached, then they try. Most of them eat, like, I'd say a typical person that I meet before having a look at what they do, they eat like maybe 50 grams a day, maybe 70, someone who's trying harder. Which is actually not enough. No. And I always hear, like, I get it. Like, you think, like, okay, why do I need... I'm not a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Like, why do I need to eat protein? But what you don't see is that so many biomechanical functions or biochemical functions in the body need amino acids, which is protein. Yes. And the body cannot form it itself, so you have to get it through food. Like, I think we talked about it in the health talk. So hormones are built from amino acids and enzymes. The immune system, like antibodies to everything, is formed by proteins. So what should the body do if you don't give it to it? Like,
That's, I think, a very interesting one. I just want to slow that one more time down. As I heard correctly, proteins are not made by the body itself.
No.
And you really have to get it through food.
Not all of them, at least.
Not
like,
all
we have
of them.
9 essential amino acids that the body cannot create itself. And you have to get it through food. There's no way.
No way otherwise.
No way.
And just looking at people who don't would like to not eat meat or fish, is it still possible to get
possible.
those? Perfect.
Yeah.
So you can even guide them as well.
Definitely. Like, I have to admit, it's a little easier getting it through meat and fish and all the animal proteins, because they are all complete proteins. Like, they have all 9 essential amino acids in one kind of protein. Yeah. But you could combine different plant-based proteins. Like, very funny, I think it always is, like having chickpeas, and you need some wheat, for example, for it to get it complete. So you could have bread and hummus, and you're good.
Together, exactly.
Yeah.
But then a lot, I guess.
Yeah, a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll be full after.
Yeah, you'll be full.
Nice.
Yeah.
So looking at proteins, you would say is a very important one that people are missing out on.
Yeah.
How do you look about fats?
Also very important, like same thing, like we have some hormones that are formed by fats. Also, in general, I'd say the hormone levels of especially women depend on having enough healthy fats. And if you go super low, that might wreck your cycle. You might feel tired. You might get sick all the time. Like,
so you would say like that creamy butter?
Yeah.
A yes or a no?
In moderation, yes.
Okay. So I think that is also what is very difficult.
Like, not a buttery cake every day, but like healthy fats, like avocado, nuts, coconut oil, butter if you want, but like in the right amount of
amounts. Yes.
Yeah, right amount.
How about bullet coffee in the morning?
You can do that. Like, I used to do that back in the days when it was new.
Can you just explain what about a bullet coffee is?
A bulletproof coffee is like a black coffee with some butter, and I think the original also has some MCT oil in it.
Yeah, I think so as well.
If you've never done it, it can be quite rough on the stomach in the beginning. Yeah, but some people like it. They say it gives them energy. So if you want to try, you could also just have a good meal as a breakfast, and
with fats in it.
Yeah, with fats,
with proteins in it.
Yeah.
What else?
I would always add carbs.
Yes.
Like someone once asked who should eat carbs, and I'd say everyone that has a heartbeat should
Okay,
should have
so
some
that are a
carbs.
lot. Yes.
Yeah.
And what kind of carbs? Because also there is like a minefield of everything.
Yeah, I mean it depends. Like I'd say the general person should focus on complex carbs
Okay.
that also have a lot of fiber, like sweet potatoes, whole wheat products like bread or whole wheat pasta. If you want to go for pasta, I know it has a bad reputation, but it's fine. Like
Yeah. Once in a while, I guess everything with moderation.
yeah,
No?
you can get a good amount of carbs also from fruits, like from vegetables. Like I mean, potatoes I'd count as a vegetable, but like
people see it differently in the Netherlands.
eggplants, corn, like it's all carby, starchy.
Nice. Your body kind of, if I understand correctly, needs a difficulty with, well, it needs a lot of time to process it, right? So you get a lot of energy from it.
Yeah, you get a lot of energy.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's also, I always think it's super interesting because I think that's something that people don't know. Like if you focus on whole foods, like not processed foods, your body takes like up to 25% of the calories to process it. Like it's actually a good like let's say you eat 1,000 carbs by eating whole foods, but your body only absorbs 750.
Can you explain very easily what whole foods are?
Whole foods is like, I mean, if you say something that has no ingredient list.
Okay.
Or a very
so just like
small,
one or two things on it.
Yeah.
So
I would
think
say
that's not processed.
Yeah.
But pasta, for example, is a bit processed.
Processed,
right?
yeah. I'd go for not the white pasta, like because that one is more processed than the one that's made from
so easier
whole
to
wheat.
digest.
Exactly, yeah.
But you don't get as much energy from it.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So
I
more
mean, people love their pasta, so I wouldn't count it out. But like, if you can go for like mostly potatoes and sweet potatoes, yeah.
What is your go-to dish to make for yourself after a big workout?
Like breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depends.
Let's go for all.
So
if you're not flying and you're at home and you have all the time in the world.
Yes. So breakfast, I'm a sweet breakfast kind of person.
Nice.
So I usually have my porridge in the winter, like a warm porridge in the winter.
Yeah.
I add some protein powder because I want some protein, some extra protein, but you could also add like Greek yogurt that has some protein.
And what about, that is I think also now a bit hype as well. Oh, let me think of the name. It's like a cheese, but it doesn't taste like cheese. I'm really bad at names, I'm sorry. It's like those little white...
You mean the, what is it called? In English, I don't know.
What is it called?
Harzer Käse?
Yeah.
Yeah, that smells like very intense.
No, not at all. No. It's like Hützekäse, I would say.
Hüttenkäse. Yeah, cottage cheese.
Yes.
Yeah, that one you could add. I love that. Yeah.
That has quite a lot of protein in it.
Exactly.
But you can use it for sweet and for sour, savory dishes.
Yeah, you could add it on bread. You could have it with like, I made this great dish with like tomatoes, olives, and egg. Some olive oil. Which is really good. You could have some bread with
for
it.
lunch. I hear. Yeah. Sorry, but we were just at your breakfast. Yes.
So my breakfast is sweet. Sometimes in the morning I go for some German Magerquark.
Yeah.
Like it's like a thicker, like skyr.
Okay.
The Icelandic version. Like it has a lot of protein with some fruits, oats, some chia seeds. Sometimes I let it soak sometimes overnight.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I always have some nut butter on it, like to get some fats, or you could just add nuts. Sometimes on the weekends I feel like a savory breakfast, so I go for a good old avocado toast, like some good sourdough bread, avocado, eggs. Nice. This is what I like. Ooh. Lunch, I usually make lunch very quick, like especially when I usually have lunch after my training, so I make it super simple. I have also like a bread with some protein, like chicken or some vegetables always. I add some like a side salad or something. Yeah. In
the Netherlands, so we're a culture that just brings the bread to everything.
Oh,
That's always our lunch.
Yeah.
But we have those very thin slices of meat that you just put on there. Is that a thing here in Germany?
I think it is, yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
What would you say about that? Is that too processed, you would say, or?
It depends of the quality. Like I sometimes buy, it's like cold cuts, right? So I just see that it's a good quality meat. Like to see that it's ideally organic. I know it's very expensive, but especially in Germany, like you find those stickers on the meat products, on some of them,
Yeah.
that tells you like from 1 to 5. And I never go below 3, like.
Okay.
And even 3 is always like I'm
a bit
like,
on the border.
Yeah.
Yes. And do you know what the stickers mean?
I think it shows you how the animal was held, like if it was living outside or
if
indoors.
Had a lot of space, kind of.
If it was fed organically, like ideally I would go for this. I mean, you don't want to eat some meat of an animal that was fed by antibiotics and
Yeah, that's also a conversion that a lot of people actually don't know about, but also is not a lot in the news, I would say.
Yeah.
One of the things that I've heard is if you would eat meat that has a lot of antibiotics, your body can get antibiotic resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that as well.
Yeah. So let's see how we're eating our meat these days.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then dinner. I'm a big fan of gnocchi at the moment. I don't like
this potato.
Yeah, the small potato. Yes. It's like pasta but made out of potato. I put it in my air fryer.
Oh.
And I eat it at the moment with tomatoes, asparagus, and some chicken.
That sounds actually really good.
Yeah.
Would you say those are processed, just for my own understanding, because I love gnocchi as well?
I mean, a little. They are made with flour.
But it's just like 2 ingredients, maybe 3.
I'd say it's okay.
Even though they make like a nice form from it, it's okay to eat. Yeah. Oh, okay. Nice.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be too strict. I mean,
no, I think that is a good one as well.
You don't want to make it too complicated, like cut out everything.
Yeah.
Like for example, people who eat like a paleo kind of diet. That's that diet that was from the Middle Ages or from the.
I haven't heard about that one.
And you can only eat something that is like that. Has no ingredients, like just like vegetables, but no. I don't remember completely. You can only eat meat, eggs, no. What's it called? No Getreide in German, like that. So nothing like no bread, no pasta, nothing made with flour.
Okay.
No cake.
Yes. Oh, cake. Yeah. That's a hard one. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of coconut oil, avocado.
It's like the diet that you only eat proteins, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. It's very protein based.
Very similar.
Yeah.
I've heard as well, as soon as you kind of add in those other things again, your body doesn't really know what to do with it. Yeah. So, or you're holding a lot more fat after that.
Yeah, it's complicated.
It is, the body is
just make it simple. Like, focus on the basics. Like, especially for people who work a lot, who travel a lot for work, like like where would you find all this, like if you're not prepared? And this is something I would also suggest, like be prepared.
Okay.
Like people just wake up and they start their day like not thinking about anything.
No.
And I don't mean like overthinking food, but and this is like part of meal prep as well, I think. Meal prep for me, it's not like having 15 Tupperware packs in the fridge. No, but it's just like thinking ahead, like what's my day like tomorrow? Where will I be? What do I need? Can I find food when I'm there, or do I need to bring something? Yeah. Like if I have to get it there, like just think it through. Yeah. Like because otherwise, like we are living in a world where you can't find something easily accessible that's super healthy outside.
No. We have our croissants.
You can get a croissant or something at the bakery, or but what else would you go for?
Exactly.
I mean, you could. I mean, worst case, I just go to the supermarket. You can find even already boiled eggs. You can get some tomatoes and some good bread and or cottage cheese or fruit and yogurt or whatever. But in that situation, most people don't go for an option like this. They just go for the fast.
Easy pre-made.
Like let's say you have a lunch break and you have like 20 minutes. Like what would you do?
Prepare your salad then. No. Yeah. So you would say like prepare the day before. Yeah. Be ready. Yeah. When you travel as flight attendant, do you take your own food?
I do all the time.
Okay, so you are very prepared when it comes to
But
flights.
I have to say, as flight attendants, we have different rules regarding what we can bring to the plane, like compared to you going for holiday. Yeah. So we can bring liquid items, so I'm not very restricted. But I mean, if I imagine, like I go on a trip for work, like let's say 4 times a month, which doesn't sound much, but it's like 15 days more or less that I'm out, not home. And if I rely on just simple foods from the plane, we don't have a lot of good stuff on the plane. No, it's quite hard also, I think, for the plane to bring all that. First of all, I mean, they don't they don't bring food for us, so we have to hope that someone doesn't want theirs and I can have it then.
Oh, sorry, they're sleeping.
Or maybe it's something that I absolutely don't like, and then there's nothing else. Like we always have like fruit and yogurt for us, but like there's not a proper meal.
If you have a really long flight, you cannot survive on only those.
So I always bring something. Like I always bring like a salad with chicken,
nice,
or some pre-cooked potatoes and cottage cheese and veggies, like something easy. I don't make it complicated. I don't bring a 4-course. But my colleagues are always surprised. They're like, oh, this is taking so much time and like so much effort, and it's expensive. And I'm always like, what's your worth? Like, it takes me 15 minutes.
That's not that long, I would say.
No, it doesn't take any.
If you can then get the energy, your nervous system is functioning better because we don't add in those extra stressors. Why not? So the nervous system works better when I eat better as well. Well, one of those stressors is the chemical stress. If we can lower that down, your nervous system doesn't get that pressure of just constantly trying to digest that as well.
Okay.
At the Advanced Health Talk, we didn't go into it too much, but one of the chemical stressors, they can act as block a hormone receptor, or also act as a hormone, and that can upset your body a lot as well. So I really love that you say as well, clean food, because that is a tip I would say to everyone. I realized myself, I've been on the journey as well, thinking, where do I want to have food? How does it work for me? Where do I get my energy from or not? I was definitely missing my proteins a lot, but also my fats, because I thought, oh, if I would eat fat, I will get fat. But
this
actually,
is like this concept that people have told you.
Exactly. I actually lost weight when I was eating my fats. Because I was saturated. I wasn't just constantly trying to eat something. So I feel fitter, more healthy. So it's actually, I love that you say those things as well, because I see the difference on myself. How is that with your people that you guide?
Well, some of them, they do very well and they easily adjust the things that I tell them to do. For some of them, it's really, really tough. And I get it. Like, they always expect, I think this is something that people generally expect. Like, I just have to change what I'm eating, which sounds so easy. And then everything will be easy. But it's all about habits, just what you said. Like, you have to, it's a mindset change. It's not like it's not like changing what's in your fridge. Yes, that's the result or the start. But you have to change completely the way that you're thinking. Like, I have to prioritize myself. I have to prioritize eating. I have to, maybe if I'm working in the home office, I have to block half an hour in my schedule to make sure that I have time to eat. Like, maybe I have to say no to things, like to friends, or I have
adding a little bit later.
And I would never ask someone to never go out with friends anymore.
No.
But every now and then you might talk to your friends and you might ask, like, hey, can I choose where we go tonight? Like, can we choose a place where I can get something healthy?
Exactly, so at least a salad that is on the menu.
And that way you also share with your friends what you're doing. You get like an accountability system.
Nice.
And they are like, okay, Mayke is working on her nutrition right now. Let's support her, at least if you have good friends. That
if they're nice enough.
I hope they support you. But if they do, then they will be like, okay, Mayke is working on her nutrition. Let's help and let's support.
I really like that.
And I hope you don't have friends who say, let's treat Mayke with a cheeseburger, or...
It's like, let's not do that, no. Is there anything else you would like to add? Because I see we're already talking a long time. I hope you're still enjoying it.
I think we've been talking about many things, but also mindful eating is like the last thing that I wanted to mention. Like, maybe, I know many people we talked about being busy nowadays. Like, don't eat at the desk.
Okay.
Like, don't eat while you're working, because you might not notice that you're already feeling full and you just keep eating. And it's also
eating
something
dinner
like
before the TV, maybe.
I wouldn't do that
Don't
either.
do that.
I sometimes do it when I'm tired or I want to treat myself, but usually I'm like very present when I eat. And I enjoy what I eat.
I think that's a good thing as well. Enjoy every bite that you eat. Nice. So if you guys have any more questions, know Isabel is also always there to support you with coaching. Can you share your information and the name of your company?
My company is called K Nutrition Coaching. My last name is Kip, so I took the K from it. You can find me on Instagram under that.
We'll make sure to
on
tag
my
you as
personal
well.
account, Isa Kip is my personal Instagram account. You can always text me there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. So I really want to thank you for today.
Yeah, thank you.
I
That was
hope
exciting.
people like it as well.
Yeah,
I'm very
so too.
excited.
Me too.
And it made me think again about my food as well.
Yeah,
it's an ongoing process. So
it is. Yeah,
thank you so much.
It's a journey. You don't have to expect that it's taking a day or two. It sometimes takes a year.
Yes.
Or longer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And luckily we talk here a lot about the journey as
Yeah.
well. No, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayke.
And looking forward to see you next week.
Yes.